Hello and welcome back to another video. In this week we'll be talking about leaks and more leaks, some containing Hideo Kojima and some containing Xbox Global Publishing. Oh, that's what I said it right. Hey! How about we get into this? Okay then, so I really wanted to talk about all the leaks coming out. So I'm going to preface this video by saying this isn't going to be the one where you say, oh, this is everything's is certain, nothing's really. Take everything I'm going to say today with a pinch of salt. Like when I'm saying a pinch of salt, like little tiny pieces. Mainly because nothing has been clarified as to yes, it's happening. There has been rumours. This is all rumours. Leaks by very well-known trusted sources such as Jeff Grubb and I can't remember his name. Hold on, and Jez Corden at Windows Central. So look forward to that sort of thing. And we've even, I think, as of the time of the recording of this, I think we've even got the likes of other famous leakers around the world, more important than myself, have reported that Hideo Kojima is potentially in the works for a deal for Xbox. So I'm going to show you 2 points of clarity to really make sure that these leaks do have some sort of source behind them. So the first source I'm going to show you is the VentureBeat one, which is made by Jeff Grubb, saying that Hideo Kojima is making a deal with Xbox Game Publishing. So, how about we get into this? And here we are. We've got good old Phil Spencer on the front. Because why not? If we've got Xbox, we might as well have Phil Spencer on there as well. Iconic, really. So, originally, this article was supposed to be just about Abandoned, a PS5 exclusive game. And it's a small indie title, really, let's be honest. But there was like a bunch of rumours suggesting that Hideo Kojima is working with the developers of this game, and it's going to be like the new secret project from Hideo Kojima, like he did with Moby Dick Games to release PT, the playable teaser for Silent Hill. So it starts off by saying Kojima Productions is making a new game, but it is not abandoned for PS5. Earlier today, Sony Interactive Media Entertainment revealed a trailer for Abandoned, which is a horror project from developers Blue Box Games. But that trailer and developers' spotty history are just odd enough to cause some people to speculate that Abandoned is secretly the next game from Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima. This is not the case. So, if you didn't know who Hideo Kojima is, I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory. He is the person who originally made the Metal Gear Solid games, not the Metal Gear games, the Metal Gear Solid games. He is a fantastic developer, a Japanese developer, very well known to have a good relationship with the PlayStation brand. And they've also, because they had such a great relationship between PlayStation and Hideo Kojima, they decided to create a game together, which was Kojima Productions' Death Stranding. Now, many PlayStation people who own PlayStation 4s, or even 5s now, should I say, Death Stranding is a unique game. I'm not particularly. I'm not willing to spend £60 on it, really, because for me, it's nothing interesting. It's a walking simulator combined with a delivery service, and it's not that interesting to me if I was paying 60 quid, because that's a lot of money for such an experimental game. Though, I do appreciate that the fact that this developer was going out of his way to create something entirely new. Now, for me, that is worth a lot more than what other people are talking about, because the idea of going out there and really putting your ideas onto something and creating something entirely new that the genre does not exist just yet, I like it. But asking 60 quid for an experiment is perhaps bordering the line a little bit too much. So, from there, Death Stranding didn't do too well financially, and I don't think the relationship between PlayStation and Hideo Kojima did... I think it wasn't great after Death Stranding, let me just say that right now. One of the reasons people believe Abandoned is from Kojima is because it's difficult to find a lot of information about Blue Box games. But that isn't because it's a shell corporation of Kojima Productions. Instead, Blue Box is simply a small studio that has never released a major console game before. Look, at the end of the day, I'm going to put this out there. If this was a proper Hideo Kojima game, this would be... He would somehow name it to a point where it's like, I don't know, it secretly has something to do with whatever he's working on. It's got... He's smart about these sort of things. I would almost call him insane, but I love the insane developers. They are brilliant. Blue Box, yeah, it's just a small studio, and I actually feel quite bad for them, to be fair. There's a lot of pressure when creating a game and when trying to deliver something that you think people might enjoy and especially spend money on. And when this small studio probably woke up this morning going, so we're going to release a trailer, everyone's going to enjoy it, and they never suspected that they're going to be accused of, look at them, they're working with Hideo Kojima, it must be. And then they're like, no, honestly, we're not working with Hideo Kojima. They even released a statement saying this, and I just feel so bad for them about that. I'm like, well, they're not working with Hideo Kojima. They just want to release a good game out of this, and I just feel bad for them. Okay. I will continue on to the source. Blue Box website is dead. It has a game in early access on Steam that it has stopped updating, and it has yet another similar game that is attempted to launch on Steam's now defunct Greenlight program. Oh, just don't even get me started with the Greenlight program. I get it though. Maybe Kojima was playing the long con, and it was him behind this studio all along. He was simply waiting for the moment to strike. That time has come. Jesus Christ, this writer is having the time of his fucking life. Jeff Grubb. But the biggest piece of evidence I have that Abandoned is not a Kojima joint is that Kojima is in talks with Microsoft. So yes, throughout this entire article saying that Blue Box Games is not just secretly Hideo Kojima going, yes! He's potentially in a deal with Microsoft, publishing his next game. According to a source familiar with the matter, and yes, that statue on Phil Spencer's shelf was referencing a potential deal with the legendary developer. I cannot confirm if Xbox closed the deal yet, but my understanding is Kojima is a focus of a Microsoft plan to leverage the Japanese talent. So you have to enjoy Abandoned, absent Kojima's marketing stunts. So we're going to show you quickly, they even have it right here. As you can see right there, I think it was part of one of the game developers conferences. Not really open, not really a public sort of thing where it's... If you're a developer like myself, I enjoy watching this sort of thing, especially when it's got the DirectX 11. There's a couple of other software programs out there that helps developing and everything like that. And it's good to let people know that this is it's good for developers to realise the technology and really make their game the best that it possibly be. Saying that, in one of the things, Phil likes to do his little thing with hiding whatever he's working on in the background of his office. He's literally hidden the Xbox One S, the Xbox Series X, and the Xbox microphone in the background of his office. So yes, right here, when it's got Hideo Kojima stuff on it, yes, he knew what he was doing. Look at that big smile right there. He knew what he was talking about. He knew what he was doing, okay? Don't let him ever deny what he's doing. He's a smart cookie, and he will take everything you own. But that isn't just the only leak that is out there at the time being. There is also another one. According to Jez Corden on Twitter, he's also he does mainly writing for the Windows Central articles. Don't count out Xbox Global Publishing either. some really interesting partnerships in the works. So many people out there suggested that maybe this was what he was talking about. I think, people have been speculating that people thought it was like Sega or even Ubisoft. So Uplay coming to it, maybe the Sonic Spin Dash, meaning that Sega's being brought by Microsoft or anything like that. And he replies with neither. Now, I think I saw it somewhere. I may be entirely wrong. It looks like I may be entirely wrong. He did say that this was not what he was talking about, where he had no idea that Kojima even had a deal going on with Microsoft. So we should be also looking forward to that. We have no idea what he's even talked about or where it could even speculate on this sort of stuff. Mainly because Xbox Global Publishing, they've done a lot of good things in the past. I'm going to be completely honest. They've created one of my favourite games out of last year. Well, not my favourite, that's a lie. One of the most important games, in my opinion, to really put out there, which is Tell Me Why. Which is a game about a transgender character really finding out about not only his abilities but what he can do now he's a man. And I think it's really important that we get all these games out there with the characters like that out into the open. Now, going back slightly onto the Kojima Productions rumour, I do think that Kojima could entirely come over to Xbox. It's not unheard of that he's rooting around going to different companies saying, do you want this game onto your platform as an exclusive? He went to Stadia first, and we all know what Stadia is now going down like going down in a fire, crumbling at the seams. I'm literally beating a dead horse at this point. But yeah, Stadia is literally dead at this point. I think Google's gave up on it, and it's becoming another Google. It's been shot in the head at this point. Bang, dead. Should stop eating it. But yes, we've also got Kojima is actually looking for the likes of new technology he could use. So we've seen how the industry can go forward, especially as PlayStation in the past has worked with Kojima to create one of a couple of brilliant stuff in the past, where they leveraged the technology of the console itself to really create something unique. And I can see that happening with the Microsoft, especially with Game Pass. He could do something with that. I truly believe Kojima could be great for whatever platform he really puts his mind to if it has the right technology at hand. Especially as we've got the new console generation coming, or we are in the next console generation. I think now that we've got more powerful hardware, Kojima could really see himself as the next. He's using this technology in a significant way. Now, you've heard me babble for about 14 minutes now. I really need to know what your opinions on all of these things are, because I'm interested. Do you think Kojima could be great for Xbox? Do you think perhaps that Sony can even bring him back to the fold at some point? Look, at the end of the day, I've got no allegiances to any console, except I do prefer using my Xbox, but at the end of the day, that's my personal preference. What do you think of this whole situation? What could Jez Corden be even mentioning? Could it be Ubisoft Play? I think he's already stated that it's not going to happen. That's not what he was talking about, sorry. But more importantly, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button. And if you enjoy the content I create, please click that subscribe button. Also hit that notification button. I think it really helps out in that regard. I know I haven't been saying. This is the first time I'm probably saying it, but I've thought, blimey, just fuck it, right? And actually, I want to say a quick thank you to YouTube, because if you didn't know this, YouTube has updated its monetization and everything like that. Look, I'm not doing this for monetization at all, but it's more effects where I want to put my stuff out there to the public, and I can swear a little bit more now, which is nice. I don't have to worry about bleeping it out or like holding myself back in. And actually, I do like how they're doing YouTube at the moment. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next thing. Bye.